How's it, guys? Welcome to another edition of Farming the Solemn Way. Um, I got a bit of a story. 6 months ago, I had a stroke, a very mild stroke, but I was stroke, brain short functioned, and I was out. You can see by the one photo where I was lying in bed just after my stroke. Couldn't walk for a couple of days. Then I got out of bed and started a few steps just to the bathroom and back. Eventually made a few steps a few days after that to my swing and back. And eventually after that, you can see where I'm with a crutch. I got crutches from my cousin and I was walking around. So every day a little bit more, a few steps more, a little bit more. And I started building this flower bed for my wife, actually just to exercise my mind, exercise my body, exercise my soul. My brain functionality had dropped down to 60%. It's now back up to 92%. But I did this project for my wife just to mainly exercise my brain in that. And yeah, 6 months later down the line now, presently. But while I was doing this, it was like a month or two after the stroke. So a lot of my talking is blurry, so just excuse it. But I always said on this channel, I want to motivate people. I want to motivate people about life. I want to motivate people about being self-sustainable. And I want to motivate people about trying their best to make money and to enjoy life, to make something out of it. And this goes out to everyone who's got a relative or someone who's suffered from a mild stroke or something. And yeah, there's hope. Guys, just keep on pushing yourself little bit by little bit, step at a time. Every day, walk a few more steps, set a bigger target, exercise your mind, and you'll get there. We can get out of it. And guys, be motivated. Whatever the case is, it's never the end. I lied the first few days. I laid in this bed and I couldn't walk. My legs didn't walk. My brain was completely shut down. And I thought, wow, this is the end. There is no more life. Is this how I'm going to be for the rest of my life? And you know what, guys? This is where I've come to, and this is what's happening. So, guys, just enjoy and be motivated. You can do it. You how to take ordinary pallets, strip the wood down from your pallet into planks, and from the planks measure down to this size, cut it down, and we're going to show you how to take an old 200-liter drum, cut it in half, and make a beautiful pot plant out of it. First of all, what we're going to do, this is the size of a half 200-liter drum. So what we're going to do, just over your 200-liter drum, this is over about 10 millimeters from your 200-millimeter drum, 200-liter drum. What you're going to do is you're going to mark it out. Always try to avoid the nail parts of where the pallet took it. Mark it out. You've got your initial ruler. You mark it out. Out of each plank, you should be able to make 2 side pieces. I'll show you now what the side pieces are. Again, we cut it off, miss the nails, and then what we're going to use to cut this off is a simple grinder, and a simple angle grinder with a very new thing that's come out. It's a dragon thing. It's good for wood, cuts wood perfectly. So that's what we're going to use to cut it out at the moment. And that's how simple things cut with your angle grinder and this wheel. This wheel is shaped like a jagged saw all around, like a circular saw. Very good for your angle grinder, very good for jobs like this. So you can get out of each one 2 planks of this size. So now, and all the offcuts can go in for your firewood. Once you've taken these planks, you take a 200 liter drum.
So this is how the project starts out, as these big drums. They then simply just get cut in half, and these are then used to make the flower beds. Nice, sturdy, good solid drums, which give you everything you need for a good foundation.
Okay guys, so next step, what we're going to do, you take the drum, and as you can see here, we've cut all these drums in half. You plant your drum, you fill it up with soil. This, I've got a good mixture of ash. This is donkey compost, ash, donkey compost, and soil. Once I've filled up to that level, what I'm going to do is I take these planks over here, and they come on the side of your drum. First, these must get varnished. We do it first with a yacht varnish. After we've done it with a yacht varnish, what we do is we waterproof it with a binder, a varnish binder. After we've varnished and varnish binded, so it gets 2 coats each, because you want it to last. Then it will come, you see, and go on the center of your drum there. If you can have a look here, just come zoom in. Over here, I want people to see this. You can see where my drum ends. I've come up a few centimeters up to give it that effect, because I'll show you the end scenario now. When we're finished with that, you don't want people looking at the drums, looking at your flower beds and seeing the drums in it. That doesn't look too good. What we got this side, as you see on the completed ones, is we've got it to the level of the wood here, so it's covering the drums, so no one can actually see that it's drums underneath it, and that makes a beautiful vegetable garden or flower patch. But this is a vegetable garden for my wife that you're making out of. So what happens is, if you can look down at the woodwork over here, give a far angle on the woodwork. Okay, that is a complete product. So what happens with this woodwork now is you can't see there's a drum underneath it. It actually gives the impression that the pallet wood is actually holding the flower bed, but the pallet wood is just the deco, and the drum is the support that's taking all the soil. So the pallet wood is only holding like about 2 centimeters worth of soil to the top, but the drum is holding everything else. But from the side, it looks like the pallet wood is what's covering, is what's holding the flower bed. And from the top, you can see that altogether you can't see a drum anymore once you've covered it. So on our top layer, what we do here is we mix a conversion of 50-50 of compost and potting soil. So potting soil available from any nursery or any farmer's co-op. We get our potting soil, and we make a 50-50 dilution for compost, just for your top layer. So basically we fill up so much of the drum, I'd say about 10 centimeters away from the drum, with soil and donkey compost and ash, and then the top part of it over here, the top part of it, and it starts, we do it a bit higher than that it actually covers the drum. Here is the mixture of the potting soil and the compost. You can see here on the side of the drums what we do with these with the pallet, with your pallet cuts. Once they've been varnished and once they've been wood treated, we actually just take a posse dryer, a screw, and we actually just put it through the pallet over there, comes through the pallet, comes through the drum, and it holds together. We do it with 3. The second one goes through your pallet, through your drum, holds in soil as well, and your third one. So each pallet wood has got 3, and this is a beautiful creation that you make from a waste pallet and a waste drum. So from your waste products of a waste pallet and a waste drum, this is what you can end up with. If you can just put a bit of initiative together and a bit of work, all your waste products you can make beautiful. But this will become a beautiful vegetable garden for my wife, as I say, and this is farming the Solomon way. You can see what we showed you the other day, yeah, of how we started off with our drums, raw drums, put on the pallet wood, and then potting soil on the end, covered it up. And the vegetable garden that I'm busy making for the wife, the Solomon way. So basically we've planted here, we've got a bit of celery in, spinach in, red cabbage is in, rocket is in, Chinese cabbage is in, what you got there, coloured lettuce is in, coriander is going in. So basically, and paprikas are going in. Tomatoes we got planted on the top, and chilies will have more planted on the top. So at the end of this, hopefully my vegetable budget will be none and void, and I don't have to buy any more vegetables from the greengrocer. I can actually only supply the greengrocer. My wife there is busy planting. Talk. Explain to people what you do.
Making a hole.
Okay, yeah.
Mixed lettuce.
Mixed lettuce. Take one out, put it in, show people how you plant. There's a lot of people who don't know planting, never planted in their lives. Explain it step by step.
Firstly, you pop it out. You don't pull on a seedling. You never pull on. You push at the bottom, you pop them out like you would a kiddie's ice cream from an ice cream container.
Reason for that being?
You can damage the roots to the plant.
And the stem. You want your seedling to go in its housing. It's already comfortable in its housing. You don't want to interrupt its housing. You still want that housing that it was in to go into a new house, into a bigger house. So basically you're just building onto its bedroom. You don't want to take it out of bedroom and put it in a whole new bedroom. So you have to make sure you get all the nice little compost and all the nice little nutrients in the seed tray ready with it.
And always make sure that all your leaves are out of the soil.
Right, lovely. Okay, Nathan, what are you doing?
I'm watching the
Introduce yourself. Who are you, boy?
I'm Nathan.
And what is Mr. Nathan doing?
I'm watering all the plants. When we planted them, we just put a bit of water so that they can start growing.
Okay, Mom just watered that one, planted that one. Show how you water that one. That's it, water around it. Explain to the camera. Don't let it fall on the leaves. Don't water the leaves. Water around the soil, not the leaves. Let the leaves be happy. Give it a bit more water, 10.5. Give it a bit more water there. That's it. Thank you. Right, Lenny, introduce yourself.
I'm Eleni and I'm going to help Mom start planting.
You've been planting. Right. Where's your tool? Come open up here. Give me the next seedling. Okay. What you planting there, lad?
Color lettuce.
Too close. Too close, too close. Too close. Yeah, this is. That's it. You can start on there. Explain to everyone what you're doing.
Digging a hole with this one.
I'm opening a hole. Okay. Right. Get a lettuce from one lettuce. Squeeze it out from the bottom. That's it. Yeah, Lenny, face the camera. Okay. Can you see how the whole thing has to come out in its housing like that? So once it's sunk in, it's still got all these roots are still in its original housing, and it can just spread its roots and catch more growth from there. Very important not to damage this housing. Okay, put it in. Right, that's it. Cover it, soil covered, and very important, what you have to do is you have to compress the soil. As you put in the new seedling, you compress the soil so that potting soil catches in and that compost catches in with the old one. That side, compress it in from that side. Right on. Nathan, you come with water. Lenny, open the next one there. You can put that one in for us. Housing out. Right. Can you see the housing? All ready to go in. Put it in soil depth. That's it. Hold the leaves, compress. hold the leaves, compress, okay, compress round it. Right, comes the water. Right, Nathan, lift the leaves, water. We always lift the leaves. You don't want to water the leaves into the ground. The plant needs the leaves so it can make chlorophyll, so it can grow. If you're going to water the leaves into the ground, it's going to take more time to grow because you're affecting its chlorophyll and you're affecting its growth stage. What you can see here, we've planted rocket, we've planted green lettuce, we've planted red lettuce. Over here, what we've planted is a selection as well. Broccoli over there, rocket there, Chinese cabbage over here, paprika to the back so your paprika can grow upwards against your wall. We're still going to do something on this wall, and I'll show you at a later stage. You've got your celery, you've got your cabbage, but what we've done is we've placed rocket. We've planted rocket in between all the seedlings because the rocket gives a pepperminty pepper taste, so it's a good insect repellent. What we want to do here is also get some basil into the ground here, because the basil as well, if you put it in between all your seedlings, helps keeps the worms away. So we've gone here. You'll see this in about a month's time. The colors of it, we've actually broken colors. Instead of doing one thing at a time and not just getting patches, your colors are going to blend in here, and you're going to have a harmony of colors, and you're going to have a harmony of insect repelling plants as well. Right, next hole, is it ready, guys? Who's planting? Go, love.
Where do you want the one?
Well, your drum runs here. Remember, guys, how I showed you we planted in the drums? So once you've planted in your drums, it's always easy to see your planting because you know more or less where your drum is running, so you know more or less where you're going to open your next hole. So there's my drum underneath it. I know more or less where my drum is, so if I plant and open up here, I know I'm avoiding the drum completely, and the next one can go in there. Right, what are we planting? What have you got? Mixed lettuce. Okay, lovely. Lovely.
Three left on those.
Three left on those. Right, in its housing properly. Okay. In it goes, tight, compress, lift the bottom leaves up, bottom leaves lifted up. Right, where's Nathan with the watering?
And one more thing, please, if you find earthworms in your soil, please put them back. They keep the soil loose. They're not a pest. You do not want to get rid of them. They help the plants, they help the roots. And all these leaves that die at the end of the season, they pull back into the soil. So they are a friend. You keep them alive, you keep them in your soil.
Awesome. Lovely. Right, then you open the hole here, plant the next lettuce there. Okay, lettuce. Again, this mixed lettuce, it's very beautiful because it adds color. So as you can see, we're spreading it out, not all together, so we can add color to our garden. Even though it's a vegetable garden, you want it to look beautiful with all different colors. Once it's all blossomed in full growth, you'll see the variety of different colors to it. How's it, guys? Just to give you a quick update, this is what the flower garden looks like. We've done our pallet wood, we've started planting our little seedlings into it. As you can see, the water is ready to water. All the seedlings are in. And next project to this, with all our nice drums in there, as we've got it in time for spring, is we're harvesting water. If you want to farm the Solomon way, keep onto our channel. We'll show you a lot of gorgeous, wonderful ideas how you can change your small holding into a beautiful place as cheap as possible and make it as productive as possible to make yourself a good income out of your small holding or out of your plot or out of your hobby farm the Solomon way. Thank you very much, guys. Please subscribe.